Hello everyone. Weekly Weiss here from Calgary. So it looks like we got the overhead view going on here, so that's going to be really nice. I'd like to give a shout out to our friend David for probably making the necessary arrangements in order for us to have such a overhead view. To our left we have our actually, I don't know what decks they're running right now. We'll see in a little bit. Based on what I see in terms of the mat and everything, left player probably is a Saikano. Okay, sorry. So that I was watching a late video here. So it looks like we're looking at an Overlord deck to the left and Excel World to the right. So let's see. Based on the early game I see so far, nothing too big. It looks like Overlord didn't cancel too much, hitting level 1 already. Again, not the worst. Excel World doesn't have any runners, or the Silver Crow runner rather, right now. Little bit of a shine from the overhead, so a little problematic in seeing the cards from the player to the left, the Overlord player. But I will do my best for you guys. Seems to be a red-centric deck, looks like, from the Overlord. Does he have a Climax combo? Looks like it's a Climax combo. Seems to be the standby Climax combo. We are looking at, what is he calling out here? Oh, calls out the Cocutus, so there's the green. So it's not going to be a stand combo, but you know he's getting that card. Cocutus, of course, a one of the big beefy bodies of the Overlord deck. Not much more I can say about it. I think it has 2 soul too, so next turn the swing is going to be pretty hard. Excel World doesn't have too much at level 1 to deal with such a big body. So see what we can do there. Cancels from the Excel World player. Good for them. Wow, it's keeping a level 0. Excel World, not too bad. Wanting to stay here. He can't contest the board or anything, so therein lies the chief problem. Passes turn. So that's unfortunate. Couldn't even get any stock out. Or sorry, gain any stock rather. Yeah, for the early play Cocutus, well not early play, but he got it through the standby. He gets a seemingly another one. Wow. He probably triggered a standby that I didn't see. Loving League of Legends, yeah, you know, not a bad game per se. So yeah, the Cocutus, he has 2 out. So it's gonna be pretty tough for the Excel World player, like I said, to get over anything. Again, passing the turn, not ideal. Didn't even have like a Silver Crow to kind of attack a free slot or anything like that. With the new Cocutus that you see there, the one he played off of standby, if you have 2 or more, it gains another 2k, and it has a discard a character card from hand for an encore, so it's gonna stay there for a while. Overlord hoping to sit on these as he gains the stock. Another standby, my god, just turn that on button, crank it up. Not a problem with standby right now. Usually standbys have a little bit of an issue in terms of the soul damage games, as the standby trigger doesn't give any soul damage. but you know, with those direct attack slots, you know, it kind of makes up for that fact. Excel World Player still canceling well up until this point, I think. It triggers. It doesn't trigger it. He seems to have gotten the standby trigger in hand, looping it for all it's worth. Excel World continues to cancel well. There is that. The unfortunate thing is, like, how can he mill out his deck? He has canceled an awfully lot in terms of the level 1 game, and the Cocutuses are only going to get like more problematic as the game goes on. Sorry, they're 1 soul. Sorry, so I apologize by saying they were 2 soul. I mistook them for another card. But again, the direct attacks made it kind of worth for them. Excel World Player opting to mill right now through the brainstorm. I'm almost certain he wasn't probably going to hit anything, but he really needs to mill out his deck right now as soon as possible. Unfortunately, Excel World isn't the kind of deck that allows you to do that per se on a whim. So he's going to be taking that. Yeah, he drops the on waiting room Akatsuki, and he's just opting to suicide into Overlord here. Hopefully getting the damage to stick, as Overlord player has triggered many of the standbys. Not too bad. Not too much damage though. Ditched the additional climax that he needed in order to mill. Gets obstacles the early play, knowing that, you know, next turn he's probably going to get hit for all he's worth. Again, direct attacks, the standby deck and the Overlord, you know, you're quite content with direct slot openings. As 3 is the magic number to hit, but you know, he can't complain with 2. 3 is the magic number hit before refresh, of course, because statistically speaking, it is the most likely damage output that will stick before the first refresh. So Overlord player, you know, just sitting on those Cocutus, they've already, like, their return on investment's already there. So it's just a matter of time of the Overlord playing amassing his end game. He also has the early play of the Ein's early play. Yeah. It is a well, it's a standard. Okay, that's interesting. Yes. Yeah, so he has a restanding combo, or not a restanding combo, but like a early play Ein's that allows a restand based on the standby trigger. So that's probably what he's aiming for, I think. Full field again. He's just generating stock. Very good. Brainstorm hits 1, salvage. He salvages the, I think it was Evil Eye. Yeah, so salvages the Evil Eye. His end game. Of course, Excel will now just see what he can do. So it looks like the Overlord player does have a fair amount of CXs in hand, maybe 2 or 3. Overlord player checking his translations to make sure that what he's doing is legal. Looking up his 3/2 in terms of the, where is it? The Aura. Aura, of course, being a very strong card, gives 1500 to everyone in front, and discard 2 when an opponent begins reversed. He can clock kick. So no climax combo needed. Sorry, it's not an assist. If this card is in the front row, all your on trait or Nazareth characters get 1500. So very strong boost. Yeah, just piling on the damage from the Overlord player. Again, it's going to be rough. At the same time, though, the refresh, I think, should be soon on the Excel World player side. Hopefully he doesn't take too much more damage here, refreshes, and gets to play his early plays. The stock generation from Overlord player, very good. Right, he's just sitting on those Q-disses, and again, it's paid dividends. He doesn't care if they're lost out now. They've done their job. Assuming he has the Irons in hand, he has the Shaltir Climax combo in hand. You should be able to withstand like an early level 3 in his waiting room. Yeah, so Excel World gets off his early play conditions, which is just 2 or less CXs in waiting room due to the refresh. Heal on play. So he's in a good position. He's kind of equalized everything. So he canceled a bunch, but ate everything and then healed it off. So it's good for him. Can finally contest the board with the Kokudises. Still opts to get the Akatsuki. Climax combo played. I think it's a burn-esque Climax combo, if memory serves. Plays the anti-change counter to send it to the waiting room by discarding 2 cards. He had a lot of hands, so like it's not too bad. He also cancels the early play damage, so that's really good. Could not beat over the Kokudis anyways with the backup as well, so quite value, and he still keeps canceling. So Overlord player in quite the strong position. Again, nothing on the field of Excel World, even with the resources spent. Quite the dire predicament. Yeah, Overlord player doesn't even need to clock or anything. Doesn't need the extra cards, even though he ditched 2. He can just keep amassing what he needs. Cancels there from Excel World player is what he needs right now. Yeah, that stock gen that you see there is based off of the auto from his card, which is when it direct attacks, you may choose one of your cards on trait from the waiting room, put it as stock. So he's generated a bunch, right? Just from that, like he's direct attacked so many times, like he's compressed to hell. I like at this point in time, it's just like, can you get those lucky hits in as Excel World? It's gonna be super tough, especially after the next refresh. Like he can just keep sitting on top of these cards for so long, and Excel World has no answer, honestly, to the wall that is Cocutus, guardian of the fifth floor. They are sitting at probably, let's see, for each of your other. So yeah, they're sitting at 10Ks, 10 5s. Not considering whatever's in the back. I think he grabbed the aura in the back that's not really doing anything. But I mean, it is a means to, if the Cocutus wall does get beaten, then he can just clock it next turn. So he's in a very strong position. Solar player just Hail Mary. Also have to look up that card. It's crazy, and it's a TD card too. Yeah, like that card's in the TD, right? So it's worked out well for the Overlord player, as Excel World doesn't have too much. that could beat it. So like the direct attacks have been like so fortuitous for the Overlord player. Yeah, just not a fun time for Excel World. Hits 2 salvages, I think, based on the compression. So he opts to play over the aura. Interesting, because he wants to refresh. Looking like seeing how many he's going back in. I wonder how much he dumped from his hand. He did have a lot in his hand, but that's only based on the fact that he has a level 2 and a level 3 combo. So might opt to keep 2 CXs in there. Excel World, however, running a bit low on resources. He did lose a lot of cards last turn, but he does have the stock. So if he gets into his end game, it's not actually the worst thing ever. Yeah, so he's just seeing how much cards is in his waiting room in order for him to keep stock genning. Yeah, he's just gonna keep at it, keeping aura in the waiting room so it doesn't go to stock, so he can salvage it or call it with a standby trigger. Level 3. Oh, I'm slightly behind here. Sorry, let me refresh this. Yeah, pretty tough for the Excel World player right now. Sorry, as I was a bit behind. Overlord stocks everything again. Like I haven't seen an amount of stock like that in quite some time. There's at least let's do it. Let's do a count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. At least 18 cards in his stock, which is basically almost half his deck. Assuming most of it is clean as well. Excel World player opting to clock draw. He does draw the CX. Does draw his endgame CX, but does he have his Kurukuhimes is the question. You can finally get him over them this turn, but at the same time, he hasn't even seen the endgame. That is Evil Eye, or even the Aura. Mill 2, Mill 3? Mill 3. He's just trying to thin out his deck, I think, at this point in time. He does get one of the Kurukuhimes out, heals. He might only have one. Yeah, he only has one, unfortunately. Gives the effect to, the stronger card. Yeah, finally getting over the Cucutus wall. Okay, so Kurukuhime Climax combo. If he does cancel, that's where the burns come in. So let's see. For 3. There is the cancel, so he does get the 1 burn out. Hits level 3. At least that's a close game in that regards. Both at level 3. When Akukitis lives, he draws another CX. Not too surprising. I mean, he's compressed. Super compressed. He draws another one. Right. Goodness gracious. Yeah. So there he is, starting to play his end game here. I believe that is a... I can't make it out here based on the lighting. I want to say that is albedo, level 3 albedo. Hopefully I'm correct here. Let's just take a look. Yeah, let's see what he does with it. I think he does play an Evil Eye as well, so he's ready. Brainstorms. Search Brainstorm, it looks like now. Oh, that lighting. That lighting is killer, unfortunately. Gets gets the aura, so he direct attack, burn 1, and heal. All right, thanks, Chad. Yeah, so he's opting to go for the clock kick, of course. Ditch 2 clock kick. Everyone in this front row now gets 15. The heal is on play. Yeah, so there was healing for sure. So yeah, looking closer, it is the albedo. One on each side. Keeps the Eins in the center there, the yellow Eins. Direct attack, burn 1, and heal. Yeah. So there's the burn 1, direct attack. I believe that was the CX, so the extra soul. Can he even stand by? He can't stand by, of course, because of the refresh. 4? No, that's it. And that is game 1. Overlord flexing its direct attack might over Excel World. The stock gem was crazy. He didn't even use like half of it. As you can see, he had a lot left over even after playing basically 4 level 3s. Had all the time to amass his hand. Yeah. And I mean, that's all he needed. Got a lead early on. Excel World canceled pretty hard too at level 1, but sort of came back to bite him, especially after the turn he had to pass. Couldn't generate stock as well. So a little bit unfortunate, but like again, it's like I'm still struggling to see like what you could do against a 10-5 wall with that encore, right? If you beat over it, like it's a direct attack slot. If you don't, then like he might encore it. It gets big. Maybe another pump somewhere in his deck, or a CX play, right? He does run the let's see here, what are his climaxes? He does run the book, so there is a 1K there, right? So just tough. All right, well, thank you for watching round 1 with us. Hopefully, we'll get the lighting issue a little bit fixed here, and we will be back with game 2. Stay tuned. Alright, and we back. Looks like we have a Bang Dream, and I want to believe that it's Macross, but could very be Kimono. The Bang Dreams that you see today will have the Volume 2, so they're just trying to center their mats. So the player to the right will have Afterglow centric deck. I'm a big fan of the ban in Bang Dream, so we'll see. He is also running the latest card for the finisher for the Afterglow, which is the Fever Burn 1 Clock Kick one. So we'll see if he gets that off. Will be very interesting. Looks like it's a Kimono deck, not the Macross deck. This resident player for the Kimono runs the early play 3-2, so he's just trying to beat over things, try to consistently just hit face, or as everyone should, while getting value from the alpaca in the back when he hits the standbys. Bang Dream is my favorite idol group. Yeah, man. There are so many of them in there, dude. Gotta specify. Okay, so with the command in the center, of course, I think this is the one that gets an extra soul, and on reverse checks top if it's a friend's character, it goes to memory. There is a Caban, or not a Caban, sorry, a Serval. Serval endgame that relies on the memory, but I don't think he plays it. See how it goes. Afterglow, trying to contest the board. Coin flip is powerful. Does not go to memory. Was it an event? It was an event. He does manage to pull his Caban, so there will be no burns actually. So that will kind of stem the strength of the endgame from Afterglow if he does get Caban into memory. Very easy. I mean, just Caban has to die. And then he can be sent there, as well as have a Ricky effect. As a runner, so I mean he opts to throw it in, of course. Gate trigger, of course, always nice to have cards. I feel like he can pay it out at this point, and it's unfortunate that oh no, he does pay it out that way too, so immediately right away, so it won't stay in his stock. Good play. Gets a Serval. So that Serval I think gives every level 0 extra strength, I believe. Or it could be the other one. But utility 0, for sure. Afterglow's kind of game is just to rely on the, whatever random effect of his alarm that goes off. Center slot, game 1 soul. Oh, okay, yeah, so that's what it was. Check top for event. Okay. Thank you. So damage sticks, level 1. Depending on what Afterglow has, the characters he has are farmable. He has a level 1 quote-unquote Minami game. It's unfortunate that those two, though, were the level 1s that he needed. So hopefully he has more in hand, as well as the climax in hand. Hopefully. Because, I mean, those are two juicy targets that he can just eat up. That's one. And if anyone's familiar with the Cinderella Girls archetype, that is the Minami combo we're talking about. So like on reverse, he gets to search as well as pump power towards another character. So the cascade is there. If you have multiple on the field, then you get the first reverse off. Very difficult to deal. And you don't search for a character. You check top 4 and you add a music character. Split 2K1. Very good, as those are the only cards in front, so I mean, essentially direct attacks. Yep, so the Minami effect goes off. Ooh, checks 2 CXs. You can only get 1. Snags one of the early plays, I believe, or the end game. Let me just double check that here. Yeah, so it's his early play. Or it could be on attack mill 3, and but we'll see. See how he uses it. Kimono cancel well. Looks like didn't opt to. Does he have one more swing? Yeah, goes it for the refresh. I think. Is that what it was? Yeah. So the refresh damage, unfortunately, was the climax, and then you opted to use Kaban's effects. So I mean, double Kaban, so no more burns anymore. So there's that. I don't believe the Afterglow player is running any backups, to my knowledge. So his cards will be free. Besides the tap counter, of course, but whiffs the top check. Hate to see that happen. But that's okay. It's a lot of CXs in hand, so he's opting to just pay one, pitch one to salvage what he needs. It's a little bit unfortunate he hasn't triggered his whatchamacallit. His standbys, so he can't get the alpaca out. If the alpaca was out right now, and then I mean things would be dandy. But he adds it to hand just to get that guarantee. I think he still has more in the waiting room, so not too bad. Still a chance. He does have the standby in hand, but I think he's opting to wait for the combo that goes to that the early play follows. Whiffs the brainstorm. Combined brainstorm very good. I think it's also a global 5. But it is a level 1, right? So the drawback is there. Plays the yeah. So plays the 0/0 Serval again. The one that jumps to memory if it gets reversed. He does get the alpaca out. Had to make sure to declare that gains a 1k effect. Yes. Through the auto Jaguars effect, I believe. So important such that like there are still level 0 cards out in front, and so you just want to dominate. And he knows for sure the Afterglow player doesn't have any more like 1/0s, or if he does, it's just one more. Gets another standby. Let's see what he opts to do. Is he going to play over the brainstorm or he play over level 0? Probably going to play over level 0, honestly speaking, because why not? Yeah, there we go. He's already finished that attack, so it's good. Fortunately, no additional alpaca. The alpaca, yeah, he does have one in hand though, so I mean, it was a guarantee play versus a risk play, right? So he opted to get that guarantee. Maybe he felt like he'd get to level 2 next turn, so makes sense to me. If you were greeting, then yeah, you just leave it in there. I mean, not the worst that he doesn't have that he didn't get the second alpaca through the standby effect. I mean, he does have a little bit of a stronger board with this. And then he can play over it after on his turn. See what he does. Brainstorm from the Afterglow player. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so he hits one. Unfortunately, again, he does hit the he does mill out the other level 1 combo. His Ran, I think that's her name. There's still one out, so he can still mill through his deck. But see what he wants to do. Again, though, the board state isn't such that like it's a challenge to beat over fighting Kimono, right? He did manage to refresh Kimono pretty early too, so we'll see how much Kimono wants to, generate his stock before he can before he refreshes. Check top, add 1, ditch 1. Ditches the CX, the end game CX there. Debating what he's going to throw down for the 0/0. Again, the second compression is going to be the point of contention for Kimono and how well he can get into the late game through his compression. As another Serval hopefully goes to memory. Oh, he does have another 1/0. So that's nice. So he doesn't have the climax combo though. So he's just swinging for face, trying to do damage. side for nothing. I think that's what it was. No, it was just front. So maybe the damage to stick that I didn't see there. Yeah, just did it really quickly. Level 2. Not too bad. The damage wasn't like extreme because there was no climax or anything like that. After Gold Pair should remove that card. Yeah, there we go. Free compression, so nice. Yes, 100% agree. Can't really go wrong with compression. Looking at the deck, the early play condition I think is 2 or less, so he will need to somehow refresh this, the rest of his deck. Not too hard to do. He could probably just rest the Kaban. But of course, that being said, like he's a little bit low on stock. Yeah, he can always brainstorm, that's for sure. Also push up the Kaban for a direct attack. Pays out the CX, important. Double rest for the double, yes. Wholeheartedly agree. That's 2 less cards going back to his refresh. Yep, wholeheartedly agree. And now he pays for the early play. Oh, okay, so sorry, the early play stipulation was 4 or more, so I mean it was basically a free level 2. Or sorry, basically a free early play. Super nice. No climax combo though, so there's Bossu. Direct attack, which is nice, open slot. Kaban gets it in for free. Tim very much prioritized compression. Yes, he is, well, I mean, strictly speaking from his background, right, a very statistical calculating player. So I'm not surprised at all in his playstyle of trying to hit that optimal compression. And I mean, he will generate stock too with these swings before the refresh. It looks like he has a few cards left. Refresh damage, also a climax. Cancels on that side too. Game is pretty close. That being said, Afterglow also has its fair share of early play. So there's that. Cards are on the field, can be beaten over, of course, especially the one in the center and far left side of the kimono player. Early play condition, of course, is I think relatively easy for the Afterglow player. Let me see what this early play is. 2 or less CXs, so he will have to find a way to refresh. I think he canceled twice already. I'm not sure if there was already an extra one. I think the reason why he's waiting for so long is that there might be 3 in there. Clock draw 2. The double CX. That's not what you want to see. 1 left in deck. Yeah, okay. So he's gonna. So that's a bit rough from Afterglow. 1 in clock, few in hand, few in the waiting room. He's gonna try to Okay, so there's 2 or less. Gets to heal, or sorry, send a card from his clock to the memory. Does it again. Now these early plays are just a hand encore. So they do have some staying power. Their strength I'm not too sure against, but of course they will beat over every card that is not the early play on the kimono side. Pushing up. Yeah, just trying to conserve his cards. If he's probably trying to push, like this would probably be the chance to do it right now. Drop that CX. Once he cancels every attack. yeah, could happen too. Kimono, not as compressed, I think, as he would have liked. He would have liked to have those alpacas earlier in the level 2 game, but refresh isn't too bad. I would almost prefer that. Really could have used the 2-1 for that moose. Yes, he didn't get the 2-1, so he does run it, of course, because why wouldn't you run that card if you have a green deck or even just any Bang Dream deck? Really, it can be considered. The 2K and Split Soul doing work there, gets over the moose. No point in contention. I'm not sure if the kimono players does. So he does have the serval endgame, so as you can see there. So with the climax combo, it will be active. I'm not sure if he plays the climax combo because I know he runs the standby and 4 gates. So the serval there's I think is just to be a beat stick. Miss a turn of damage. Yikes. Okay, so he eats a bunch. Oh. god, you hate to see that happen. So like the worst case scenario. At least he cancels that. He took like 4, 5. He took 5. Still manages in the confirmed for his early play. Yes, yes. He can't get the level 3 out if he opts to clock, but it really depends if he wants to clock. I mean, if he does not harden for cards in his hand, he probably won't. Nope, opts not to clock. Keeps himself at the level 2 game, which is fine. Searches for an event. That's the command that you can discard a card to search for an event. Gets the event, puts it under there. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Finds an event, puts it as a marker, and if he wants the event, he may ditch a card to get that event. That is the command. Now, the new archetype of it is in the Goblin Slayer deck, where it is also an early play. It also gets power on turn, on your turn only though, and on play you can ditch one to get an event directly to hand, right? So kind of dodges that step of having it under as a marker, but Kabana a little bit better for compression in that case. Yeah, discards to get the event. It is the heal event. Yes, heal to memory event. Opts to get his endgame. Yep. Smart. Does it again. My god. So not the worst. Yeah, makes sense why he didn't clock. For sure. 100%. Yeah. Plays the curry event in the kimono. I think he's getting ready. Yeah, so double stock for his endgame, of course, and then he gets a 3-card swing this time. Yeah, on attack, he's going to check top. If it is a... Yeah, he gives power to the level 1 for 2, 3 sticks. So, yeah. Levels up there. That's a lot of damage. Yes, that was off of a direct attack. You would love to see that as an open slot and attack. Kaban swinging for pretty big. We'll probably get over the early play, but again, yeah, sticks. And yeah, so that being said, though, those early plays do have the staying power. They do have that encore. So, ooh, takes everything. That was a lot of damage to return by the kimono player. So thank you for the damage. I'll let you have back some. Let's see if he wants to keep that early play. He does. He opts to do the hand encore. Let's see if he has his climaxes for the end game. Of course, the end game is quite potent, but again, stemmed by the fact that Kaban is in memory. He clocks the 2-1, so the 2-1 will have that. I think that's the 2-1 anti-change that if it's on the top of the clock, you get a free stock during your climax phase. If so, then I feel like the player forgot. Kimono player's out 3. 1, 2. I think so. I feel like that's the case. Brainstorms. Hits 2, search 2, search 2. He has 1 in hand, yeah. We will have to see. The thing is, like, that CX thing ain't going back anytime soon in the clock of the kimono player. Afterglow player debating really hard what else he wants from that. Okay. Opts to get his endgame piece, I believe. Let me double check that here. Can the Afterglow player heal at all? His early plays do heal. Heals to memory. Just needs to get as many alarm clocks out of his deck as he can. Yes. Correct. So here comes the refresh. He takes 1 damage. Yeah. Oh, man. I think he's hit like 2 of them, man. He just keeps seeing those CXs. A little bit rough on the Afterglow player side, but I mean, what can you do? You're gonna try to push hard for this end game, and like I guess pray. Has enough heals. He doesn't have the stock right to heal everything, so like he's gonna be praying. I don't think he can finish the game at this point. I think kimono player still has like a lot of climaxes within his deck that it's gonna be unlikely, but like That's for him to gauge if he wants to Hail Mary or not. He does lose the burn from the Samukis, right? I think that's the end card. The Fever, that if he reverses everything or it's an empty slot, you perform Fever, clock kick 1, burn 1, but the burn 1 doesn't happen because of the Kaban, so best, but he gets the clock kick. But at 3-6, like, Kimono just needs to play zeros, right? And I'm sure he does have zeros. Yeah, like, that's the only way. You Hail Mary, you trigger everything sticks, clock kick everything. Like, the stars have to align for the Afterglow player to win off this turn. Does Kimono have the tap down event in hand? He does run it, I believe. Another Tsubame Gaishi. I mean, that the Kimono player is the person who I Tsubame Gaishi'd, so hopefully that won't happen to him. I still feel really bad about that. Kimono player should be running that event. He is running a very event-centric endgame. He should have Airplane event in hand. Though, that being said, his Kaban searching for the Curry event might, tell more of a sign of he just wanted to stay at level 2, not considering level 3 yet, so might not have it in hand. He's just letting you know that if the early play is out, a particular card gets 6k, so one of them is like super beefy, I believe. Card 11. He doesn't have that card out though, so that being said, that's the one of, so I take that back. None of them get really beefy, but long have we waited. Alright, so this will determine everything basically, right? Kuso's overrated. Alright. Here we go. Here's the start of the swings. Cancels. Alright. That's rough. But that's okay. If he two souls everything else, he should be okay. Oh, he can't even get the Fever off though. Oh, that's it. That's it. Burn equal to alarms. How many burns? None. He did not burn. He didn't get any alarms. Oh god, he canceled everything. Kimono! Kimono! Oh my goodness. And he gets that. Draws 2. Yeah, okay. Tim and his frugal deck. Yeah, it's rough. Like, it's not a close game. But he plays over because he has 4 more, heals 1. Yeah. Keeps the strategy going. Still, yeah. Game's basically over, but hey, just in case if he cancels everything, he's his T's, dotting his I's, making sure, like, even if he fluke got cancels this, then there's still nothing he can do. For 3. Oh yeah, that's the first one. For 2? 1, 2. Oh! That's what you get for dotting your T's, right? Oh, that's 3. 1, 2. That's close. That's unfortunate. I think Afterglow was actually like in an okay place. It's just like he kept drawing all his CXs. So rough. Sometimes it'd be like that though. The 2 Rans or his variant of Inami's in the clock at level 1 hurts as well. Afterglow is such a rough deck to run. I mean, the end game on paper is like really good, right? Audrey Sampson, like I think so. Like, especially when they introduced the Fever, the clock kick 1 and burn 1. But like it's just getting there, right? I was surprised not to see Mocha in the deck. He runs more of an offensive variant, but I mean there's merit to Mocha as well. I think he runs Mocha in his other Bang Dream deck. This one is a variant he's just trying out based on the new volume that just came out from the latest set Bang Dream got in Japan, right? Many of our Bang Dream players do have those new cards. But yeah, Kimono player played it very well, keeping his costs cheap, paying out his CXs. I mean, it was quite my Rosetta looks nothing like it did a week ago. Yeah, a lot of people changed it up, right? Is Yukina the best finisher? I mean, there were, I don't know the other girl, but our Rosalia player, resident Rosalia player, they're a few, but they opted to change it up for opted to take out Yukina. But I mean, Yukina is still a very strong card. Don't get me wrong, very strong card. How can you object to burn 2 twice and heal? But yeah, that was game 2. To summarize, I guess Kimono player, quite the vanilla game. Waited till he popped off at level 2, basically through keeping his alpaca compression as well as early play heals. The crux of his win, I believe, is through the Curry events where he healed to memory as well. So luckily his CXs are also in like the latter half of his deck as well. It was nice. Unfortunately, Afterglow player did everything he could, but when you draw like 2 CXs a turn or like draw 1 each turn, it's rough. I don't think he plays anything in terms of an outlet. So when he amasses them like that, it's a little bit hard. Bouncing out, but I can check it. Yeah, I appreciate you just checking in, dude. Take it easy. Hopefully see you in a bit. All right, with that, we will wait for game 3. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. And it looks like we're game 4. Looks like our Overlord player to our right, and I'm not sure what our player to the left is playing today.
Ben says you're not going to know what his deck is.
Then in that case, it's probably Million Live.
Oh, probably. He currently left for the bathroom, so the 5-minute timer is on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
TikTok.
TikTok.
Then TikTok.
I have that timer up in the left. I'm watching it. Oh, barely gets back. Oh, wait, he hasn't sat down yet.
Oh, game.
Bold.
DQ.
Free win? Do I see a free win? That's a... Oh, looks like we might have 2 DQs.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
Only in Calgary, you know.
Oh, wait, is it Jan? Typical Jan, not showing up.
Is Jan here?
Jan's here? You missed Jan.
Why does he always come when I'm not
Oh,
there?
there he is, the lad, the absolute unit.
Monster. Why isn't he on stream?
Because he's currently 2-2, and ideally he's going to win this game and then...
What do you mean
He's
he's
a 4-0?
already 2-2? Isn't this the
Sorry, 2. I don't know why I said 2-2.
This guy?
Yeah. No, we're saving the Jan game for the finale. It doesn't even matter if he's 3-0 or not. He's in the finale.
Yo, do it. Is he playing Haruhi still?
He's playing face Haruhi. Or at
He's
least that's
never
how he
left
killed
face
Aaron.
Haruhi.
Yeah. 8-2 Soul Haruhi confirmed. Amazing.
Oh, God bless.
What a god. We don't deserve Jan.
Oh, I missed that kid. Tell him I said hi.
Well, I might. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, the mat's crooked, but it's okay. It puts Ben on tilt before the game even starts. Big brain plays. Oh, actually, you're both kind of crooked. Well, it's all over. This is going to be a wacky game.
Who can out tilt the most? Well, again, from what we saw of the Overlord player, standbys into the 2-1 Cocutus, hopefully direct attack, generate that stock. I'm not sure if the player to the left will let him do it in such ease as he stomped over Excel.
So there's a problem. Ben is the judge, and he has yet to start the round, so the 5-minute, in fact, means nothing.
Just tell everyone to start.
Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty sure everybody else has started. He was handing out promos,
sure.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, hey, save me some.
Yeah, maybe if you showed up.
Oh, freaking rude.
Aiden's here. What's your excuse?
Finals.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Big mood. Oh, okay. Has to go grab the iPad. Just kidding. He hasn't even revealed his deck on
Has he
stream.
hit the 5-minute yet? My God.
It started at around 11 minutes, so he's actually maybe about a minute left. Amazing.
Does he reset when he sits down? He sat down for a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, he made it.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And pile
It is the
shuffling,
Mortis
of
sleeves.
course. Yeah.
So I want to say it's the a Million Live variant. I'm not sure he's changed anything.
Ben, it's the
Everyone-
Million Live, right? Wow. He's not no info from Ben.
Oh,
Brick
okay.
wall.
How nice of him.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh wait.
No.
Oh, okay.
He's
The
joking.
repair was a joke.
He's joking.
Repair was a
He's
joke.
drunk with
Okay.
power.
As
The
per
rest of
usual.
the group did not seem very impressed.
No doubt.
Oh my
All right.
god.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what the player to the left is. What he's playing.
Okay,
Oh,
so
he got back up again.
got back
What
up.
is this? What is this guy?
I don't know. So he's grabbing a drink. No, an empty drink. What? He's throwing a drink out? Okay. What is he doing? Oh, he's doing no. He's doing the. I worked on the project, and that's why I'm here. Oh, all right, guy. All right. Shifting the blame as usual. All right. So rock paper
Oh,
scissors.
he's giving the rock paper scissors ready.
Of
yes.
course. Yes. Oh, calculated.
Oh,
Debated, honestly.
he knew those cards, man. I swear.
Yeah, I swear. Marked
Big,
sleeves.
big, 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 big cheat.
I would call judge, but he is the judge, so
He is the law.
yeah.
All right,
Ooh,
so
discard 5.
let's get this ball rolling. Ooh, 5 discard.
Interesting.
Just opts for a new hand from Overlord.
I didn't see any climaxes in there, so really, maybe not the worst. Free compression, right? Or not compression?
Always
I
like
guess,
the
I
free
don't know.
compression. So yeah, it is Million Life.
Yep.
Not that big surprise based on what I saw before. Opposite swing. That is the Ana. That is I think there's a Ricky effect as well. So we'll see. Maybe
We'll
it's the
find
top
out.
3. Yeah. Maybe it's the top 3 variant, of course. Small center rating. You know,
course.
check top 3. Add 1 card on trait. Overlord just swinging. Guns a-blazing.
Bottom decks. Okay.
Sticks. And Narbel. Ooh, standby. Does he have a target? He does.
Nice.
Does. It isn't the Cocutus he needs, but I think it gets him it.
It's a start.
Yeah. So Overlord's game plan. So moving along nicely.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the one he got is
Oh.
if he has 2 or more gets 2k, and he has Encore. So those ones have the staying effect.
Yep.
He's gonna wait till he gets the 2 ones from the later on, where he gets the compression for direct attacks. See if Million Live lets it. It does hit level 1 pretty early though. So those zeros are basically forfeit.
All right.
Plays another one.
I don't actually
top
really
checker.
know that much about the Overlord build.
The way he plays it is a very stock compressing and game explosive deck.
Interesting.
Strictly based on his 2 ones.
Yeah, I saw a
the
little bit of that in the first game.
Yeah,
Where
yeah. If he can generate it as such, so the top check allows him to get 2k, and when it is a level 1 reverser. So good early game
Ooh.
card from the whatchamacallit. Oh, what's his name? Shaltir. Another standby.
Hey.
Let's go. My God, does he have another 2-1?
I
No,
think
it is not. It is not the 2-1. But he plays over it. I think that's his brainstorm target, so it's not the worst.
And
Yeah, just beating over the cards. On reverse, he checks top 3. Yeah, takes 1. Yeah. Discards 1? Does he have to discard?
oof.
Yes. Yeah, he does. Okay, so still pretty even. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he can get us another standby. Yeah.
Yeah, so
There we go. Not the worst. He can pay out that the latest climax with the brainstorm next turn, and then get another Cocutus out. He's in a fairly good shape. If he cancels a lot this turn, like he's in prime position. Million Live, on the other hand, I think this turn is opting for his level 1 combo. Oh, jokes. I am unfamiliar with this variant of blue level 1 game. He is going to want to pay out both climaxes next turn. Yeah.
I don't really want to say that out loud, but
That's fair.
so I don't know if he has.
So
If he hits
I'll
level
just
2, that's going to be a lot easier. But
yeah. I'll just mention that for the people in the chat, seeing as the players can't hear me but can hear
Yeah.
my co-host here. So what he typed was he has to pay both climaxes out next turn for the Overlord player. He did trigger a standby and a pants trigger, so paying out 1 with the brainstorm isn't enough if he wants to pay everything out. And as he mentioned, not hard if he hits level 2, which you know.
I mean, he hit him for 5 with 2 characters the turn before, so who knows? And the Overlord seems to be out a few right now, so...
Let's see here. Okay, just amassing the cards that he needs as a million life player. A lot of utility in the deck, of course. Unfamiliar with the level 1 combo, so let's see what happens if it's like on attack or on reverse. I'm just unfamiliar with his blue cards, the level 1. Debating if he can run over the Cocutus.
So it's 7-5.
I think it's 7-5 on 7-5, yes.
Yeah.
So that's right. That being said, though, Cocutus does have an Encore effect. But I feel like he can let one of these go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, what's
Looks
it
like
do?
it's a search.
Your level 1 combo? So level 1 combo was Shimikaze.
Shimikaze, yeah.
Yeah.
Shimikaze. So for those who aren't familiar with Shimikaze, the archetype we're referring to, it's on reverse Climax combo. You get to search a card.
So hit level 2 with 2
Yeah.
extra, you know.
Yeah, not the worst. He did get a standby, so he can probably play over the Anna. Yeah, which is exactly what he does. Overlord at 2.
Pretty spooky.
Yeah, it's not too bad. He does have his early play Eins. He has his 2 Cocutuses. He does have a free slot, that being said, so if he just needs 1, right?
True. Very true.
It's fortuitous that the standby ran over the other Anna, or else there'd be 2 direct slots.
Yeah.
Now there's only 1. See what he wants to do with it. Alright. Yeah. So yeah, 1 direct slot for Overlord. He does opt to Encore.
Yep.
Does opt to Encore.
Interesting choice. Well, maybe not, because...
Well, it's fine. He does have already the 2-1.
It's true.
Oh, he gets to run on that. It doesn't really matter. Probably just get the power from the back. I'm not sure if that's exactly what the... Oh, clocks the standby, which is interesting. Doesn't have any targets he wants to play over. Extra. Maybe lack of outlet. The biggest problem, of course, if it even goes back after refresh, might just be out of CX.
So opts to brainstorm. Hit
Yeah,
something.
makes sense. As we stated, you know, he's trying to pay out that climax.
Right.
So there's still 1 more left, as we know. Gets to
It's
salvage
always nice
1.
when you get something for that as well. Not just paying it out.
But sometimes, you know, you just want that compression. But
yeah.
obviously, you would like to hit something.
He wants his Eins.
His Eins, yeah. It's unfortunate that both of them hit.
Yep. Sasuga.
Yeah, moves up the Cocutus, brainstorms again. Smart.
Yep.
He knew there was another CX.
So,
Doesn't hit anything this time, though. But I mean, the Cocutus does give him a free stock gen.
it's true.
If he hits a direct attack slot, so not the worst. I do believe the Million Life player does run 2k counters, though, so he has to be cognizant of that if he's swinging in. Will he greed, though? Will he attack the open slot?
If I know Kevin, he's going to greed.
I mean, he hasn't moved the 2-1 to an open slot yet, so
It's true.
maybe he just wants the guarantee. He does want the guarantee.
Yeah.
What is he going to stand by, though? Real question.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he opts to early play the Evil Eye. For those who don't know what the Eins combo refers to, it's it combos off of this standby trigger, and it basically restands the card you play. So that's only if the Eins is out.
$10-5.
Yeah, 10-5. Yeah, Million Life player can't challenge that. That being said, though, the card he just reversed does have Encore. Overlord triggering a lot, though. I'm not sure how much is left in his deck, but if there's any time to take advantage of the cards left, it's now. Oh, here's the backup. Million Life does eat everything, though, so he turns to level 2 as well, I think. Nope.
Yeah. Oof.
3? Okay. That being said, he is. Wonder if he has enough of the flower events in hand. I just noticed that one went to the waiting room now, so those are a key form of compression that the Million Life players
Say, for those of us who may or may not know what the flower event does.
Oh, the flower event, of course, is send this to memory, check top if on trait add to hand.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
I believe, anyways, some variant of that. It's a little way to the mill as well as to compress,
Right.
Almost for free. So
Frankly,
it's akin to the toilet event in Bang Dream.
Ah, yeah.
Million Life player now debating if he wants to encore. Does keep it. Running a little bit low on hand. His plussing wasn't too great. I mean, he did get a 2 cards. Don't get me wrong, which isn't bad at all. But not having a brainstorm or anything like that is a little bit rough. As his andos are only draw ditches. So he does have a CX in hand, I think, in a hand of 3 cards, so a little bit rough. I'm not sure what early play he's opting to run now. Before he did have a yellow early play that he could have opted. Is it a climax combo? I don't think so. The climax combo might be for his endgame, like his finisher.
That's fair.
So,
Yeah.
Overlord at this point in time again. Yeah. Probably get some more cards. Oh, see, so that's the early play I was talking about. So he opted not to play it in order to get more cards.
That's fair.
Yeah. So he's just. So this actually plays a little bit well for the Overlord player. He does get one of those flower events to hand. Does it again.
Nice.
Yeah. So he's opting to go compression right now. So you'll see the events at work right now, right before he refreshes. So it is quite optimal.
Pays that out.
Pays 1 for the CXs and salvages, I think. Oh, okay, so it's a salvage event, so my apologies. Right. Yeah, salvages his early play, checks top. I think if it's level 1 or something, it goes to stock, but it is not. So this actually is really nice for him because it also sets up his early play. So he gets 2 of them. So that's really smart from the Million Life player using those the flower events. The flower pot events, I guess you could say. So he's prepared to heal next turn, or at level 3, depending on how much damage he takes. Again, it's fortuitous for the Overlord that if he's swinging into these beefy Cocutuses, that everything is going to be an open slot.
Oh,
nope,
and
he does opt to get for the early play, yeah. So he will heal. Yeah. The early play condition, of course, is just 4 or more. Really just depends if he wants to spend it on the stock or not. Tries to contest the Cocutus. Pumps power. And is he going to drop it? Yeah, so he goes all in. Every card in his hand. Well, not every card, but most of it. Alright, he also gets another level 3 out too. Keeps in the back row for safekeeping. Standby triggers are good like that.
Oh.
Pay 1, discard 2. So that's the anti-change.
Nice.
Gets rid of it. So it keeps the Cocutus alive. Gets an open slot. So, Overlord working well that way. Pretty smart, I think, deck design. The Overlord pwns Million Live. I think the end game of Million Live, depending on what he's running, of course, if the same one he's running, then the burn like 1-3 times or whatever is nice. But in terms of getting there, I think Overlord is a little bit better in this regards. A lot of beefier stuff. Lot more, I think the value of the standby is a little bit better for Overlord as well. So
big walls are scary.
Big walls are scary, especially if they're like level 2.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
So Overlord has 5 climaxes going back in.
Okay.
Not the best, but
Not the best. Yeah. He did trigger one on 1 o'clock. Probably is
Yep.
holding 2. At the same time, the refresh.
Cat, I
Refresh
know.
is
same username as your Discord.
yeah.
Yeah.
Refresh from whatchamacallit. Million Live also revealed the climax, so that's not
Yeah.
optimal as well. Again, as we mentioned, with the refresh from Overlord, that CX won't be going back in.
Yeah. Not really. I just showed up late because I was working on some schoolwork and I didn't want to delay the tournament. So
Well, either way, I appreciate having a co-host. So
yeah,
it's always
absolutely.
nice.
I feel bad because these 2 decks I know nothing about, but I can at least provide the information about the decks in real time. So
Yeah, no, and I appreciate that, especially since
Yeah.
the player on the left is quite secretive about all his stuff.
He sure is.
So the power matches again as we 7-5, 7-5 I believe. But yes, Cocutus now has free slots. Overlord player still at level 2. Clock's another climax. Man, he has just a lot. If there's a way for him to refresh the deck pretty soon, it'd be great for him. But fortunately not. It whiffs the brainstorm as well.
I feel like it's almost felt like the Overlord player's been ahead, but he just keeps eating damage. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's kind of there's the give and take.
Yep.
He plays the Evil Eye first to contest. Of course, plays another Evil Eye. So setting up for his end game as well again.
Yeah.
Kokitas gets that free stock. Yeah. So, he will have enough stock for the end game. Of course, he has a variety of level 3 cards in his deck. Actually, you have the Eins in his black armor form. You have the Evil Eye, and you have the Aura that clock kicks. Ooh.
Just 10k to quote.
Ooh, there's a lot of soul damage. A lot of soul damage. This will probably
Oof.
cancel.
No. It will not.
Oh, okay. Well,
Again, when in doubt.
players who trigger are good players, of course,
Yep.
and if they stick, even better. So, very
When
good
in
player
doubt,
right
face
now. Oh my
is
goodness.
the
Okay.
place.
There we go. So as you can see, with a very strong turn from Overlord, like right before the level 3 game. That being said, though, at 2-6, he can still die.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
He can still die.
It's,
Not many CXs in his refresh, of course, as we know. So not many left in his deck. He did mill out one, I think, on the not brainstorm, but on the
Just
clock,
trying
I
to
think.
see how much of a deck he has. I'd say maybe about
Yeah.
30 cards.
Okay, so it's gonna be rough. Like he can very
Yeah.
well still die.
Yeah. It all depends on how much pressure Million Live player can put on.
Yeah, I feel like because he opted to play like a healer this turn, and he has another healer in hand, like
Yeah.
he will probably just try to stabilize
That's fair.
and heal
One
some
turn
more.
to get damage
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
I don't know that that'll.
Oh no!
pay off,
So he's
though.
just he's saving the other heal. Doesn't clock.
That
He's
makes
just
sense.
trying to see how far he gets with the swing.
I don't know. I feel that's a little risky because
It is. Don't get me wrong, but he
Yeah.
also knows that there's not many going back in.
that's true.
So I mean, if he doesn't kill, then he has to pray. Like I think at this point, even if he played his other healer, like the fact that if he lives, he doesn't have anything left in the tank,
That's true. That's true.
right? So he's just kind of opting to go the halfway mark of like I have one level 3, and at 3-2 it shouldn't be too bad.
What's the final damage output for Overlord's endgame?
Quite strong, but again he's playing smartly. A Million Live player is playing smartly, I guess, or maybe not. But
Yeah.
I wanted to say like if he crashes all his stuff right now, he has less targets for the clock kick.
That's true.
Right?
That's
But
very true.
unfortunately, this level 0 is stronger than the other level 0.
Yeah.
So that will be a target for
Big
the
brain
aura that
plays
he might
by
be able to
Kevin.
get. He is eating everything right now, though, so not all is lost. But the damage output
Alright.
isn't there. It's not a climax combo. He does eat everything.
So
but
pay
but
3. Keeps
and
it
3 to
around.
keep the evil eye. Yes. Because that's his end game.
Right. Yes. So.
And he draws into the climax. What a god!
Amazing. All right. Gets the final. Yeah.
Oh, and he salvages. What is he gonna get?
What
Oh
a
yeah,
guy.
he's going for it. So
He's going.
yeah. So this end game, triple evil eye. What evil eye does? Let me just pull this up here. He was very kind enough to show me his deck. So basically he can choose 2 cards, put them in the waiting room, deal X damage to your opponent. X is equal to the climaxes in your opponent's waiting room.
Whew.
So, how many climaxes does Million Life have in his waiting room?
Kevin, how many are out?
No. Million Life player.
Well, I mean, Ben, how many do you have out? Ben, once again, being
It's okay.
cryptic.
The Overlord player is counting anyways, so
I
we'll
think
see.
I saw 5 or something. Oh. So
So he can perform one of the following actions, right? So if he has at least another blue character, which is fulfilled,
Yeah.
he can choose up to 3 cards from his opponent's waiting room and
Yeah.
return them to the library. So it's a form of decompress. Or he can choose 2 cards in his hand, ditch them, and burn equal to
Okay.
climaxes. So I think he opted to decompress the crap out of Million Life player.
That's fair, because
Only because he has so many CXs in waiting room, right? He had like 5 or something.
Yeah.
The chances of burning all like of them is very low.
Yeah.
So he went for the more statistical,
to be fair, he
successful
only
play.
needs to stick one of the outer ones and then stick the middle attack with no trigger. Oh wait, is that a +1 soul for the climax?
Yes, it is a book trigger. So
There we go.
yeah, so he's opting to see if
Oof.
there's any cancels here.
Yep.
Oh, nope, that's it. The decompress,
Oh, where
very
were
strong,
they?
very strong,
Oh.
very strong end game.
Yep.
Good job for
4
the
were
Overlord
left on
player.
deck apparently.
How many?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so there was like about 4 in the waiting room too.
Yeah.
So the decompress is actually very strong because
Absolutely.
he put back 9 cards into that deck.
Kevin confirmed mediocre player.
Wow. That's okay. He lucked out on that climax thing. I think.
Oh,
I don't know
man,
if he had one going in.
absolutely.
Can you ask him if he had one going into that final turn?
Kevin, did you have it going in, the climax? Did you have the climax going in, or did you draw it?
I drew it still. I already had one in hand.
Oh, so he had one? Yeah. So he had a backup, but then he happened to draw it anyways.
Oh, okay. So he had a way to get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But still, drawing it without having to use that is
Yeah.
very nice, especially since he double standby 2 of them. So
Oh, absolutely.
set up quite well. Million player, as you can see, struggled a little bit with the massive sizes of the Cocutuses and the Encores.
So I want to bring up the fact that despite the 10-minute delayed start, they seem to be the first pair done.
Well, it is what it is.
Let's do my capstone. Fight me, Kevin.
Yeah. To recap, I think the Million Life player would have liked to have like maybe one more turn at a particular level in order to balance things out. His flower pot events were very good, very timely played. That got back those heals. If he had a little bit more stock to work with, I felt like he would have been
I also
in
felt
a
like
lot better place.
his board state never really stuck around. He was consistently like
Right,
at level
and
2,
that was,
his hand was very small,
that,
right?
that was
So-
the crux of it too. So
Yeah.
again, as I mentioned, right, the standby targets of Million Live seemed a little bit lackluster in comparison
Yeah.
to Overlord. That being said, though, Overlord did trigger a lot more of those standby triggers
true.
than the
Normally,
Million Live player.
triggering climax is not the best, but when you can get your massive wall out,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those Cocutuses were the bane, right? Like he had to trade the 7/5s, but his 7/5 has encores.
yeah,
The early play was really good too, really smart. A lot of people frown upon the early play, the anti-change ditch 2
yeah,
anti-change, but in this case, if you can stick on those Cocutuses,
yeah,
you can afford to discard the
yeah,
two cards.
because
and
you're not
have an open
playing
slot.
additional cards, right? You're not
Right,
losing.
exactly. So
Yeah.
it's actually quite well thought up by the Overlord player in terms of his deck composition. Because if you feel like you have to swing over that Cocutus, which is a lot of what everyone thinks, right? It's like 10/5, so
Yeah.
you get your early play on, you're gonna fight it, but
Yeah.
then he anti-changes you. Now you have an open slot, and he gets a free stock next turn, right? So
Right.
Very,
Yep.
very, very smart. I didn't see that interaction, or sorry, I didn't comment on the interaction in the first game where I did see this.
Right.
But like now thinking about it, it's quite well designed.
Yeah,
Cocutus is
absolutely.
Cocutus.beatstick.deck.
Yes, correct.
All right, and so that's game 3, guys. Stay tuned for game 4. We will be right back.
All right, we have a very, very special matchup. This is probably going to be a Soul Rush versus Soul Rush deck.
All right. We're back for round 4.
This is the most intense matchup.
Okay, so Kimono.
Yep.
We saw him in game 2.
And,
Who we got to the right?
Oh, who would have a Magic Fest playmat other than
Gian the man.
Jan? To quote Jan, Mighty Jan, the face is the place. Oh,
That'd be him.
that would be him, the man, the myth, the legend.
The origin of the face is the place.
Oh, absolutely.
So basically we have Kimono fans versus Haruhi for those who don't know.
But
Haruhi without the power up set. This is strictly English, so
yeah.
he'll be some kind of god if he manages to win this game.
But
So we'll see. Haruhi does have a few gimmicks.
to quote Jan, this is new Haruhi because he forgets what all the old stuff does.
Oh. Does that make things new if you forget what they do?
I mean, technically, anything would be new, right?
Exactly, right? So
I think that's the way to do it. Never have to buy a new set, just forget what your old cards do.
Oh, of course, cost savings.
Easy. Circle of life.
Ditches the alpaca. That's something he'd like to see in there, yeah.
That's a hell of a discard.
Let's see what Jan does. So the Haruhi player does play the time machine. Haruhi went 2-1 in an event. For respect, hey man, this man might go 3-1. You don't
It's
know.
For all we know, there may be no 4-0.
Mm-hmm.
And if so, Haruhi could be at the top. I believe.
We all believe. So he is running the 3-2 Mikuru, which is a very spicy card. You get to on play, pay an extra 1, and the opponent cannot use climaxes next turn.
Amazing. I think I'm gonna take this time to plug the Tinvitational. There's going to be a sealed Haruhi tournament. So this could be a preview of what's to come.
Only as Haruhi against Haruhi.
Yeah. Oh god. That's a lot of Kaban.
That being said, if Haruhi player is running the original on climax burn 1 on attack, that ain't happening against Kaban.
Yep. From Jan's reaction, I'm thinking he might.
He does get the Kabans off, of course, just running into things. Again, Kimono doesn't play in a level 1 game in traditional sense that he has a climax combo. Level 2 is where he starts spiking.
I'm fairly certain his level 1 game is hit a standby and get alpacas out.
Correct. Or play a standby and get alpacas out.
Yeah. See? Options.
Yeah. Gotta love your options. Oh, those cancel.
Yep.
Mana Culture, he plays the Valentine events.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry, the Valentine climaxes, I should say. Sorry, not an event. It is not an event.
Tisk. Technically, the climax in a show is
Damn,
an
did
event.
he trigger? Did he trigger a standby?
No.
Oh no, he's fetching it. He's
he-
fetching
he-
it off
he
Kaban.
searched it, yeah.
Yeah, he fetched off Kaban. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, when did I?
But
when
he
did I
still
miss
could?
that?
Okay, well.
I mean, yes, it is quite plausible. Nope.
Dream is dead.
I mean, he still has another level to go. Who knows?
That's true.
3,
true.
yeah, sticks. So level 1 as well for the Haruhi player. Not too bad. I mean, he doesn't have anything to challenge the board with.
I thought that was Tim's hand for a second, and I was like, wow, that's pretty good.
When did that happen? He didn't
Yeah.
even plus.
Yeah. Just kimono things.
I mean, technically he plussed it off the Rickies, but, you know.
That is true.
The Kabans, rather. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a
Kaban's
own
her own
archetype,
thing.
but Ricky effect.
I would think you to
we'll see.
respect her as such.
Yeah, so there's the clock. Probably red, yeah.
Yep.
So if he does have the climax in play, they are on reverse. It's a little bit as Haruhi is a little bit outdated. The power levels are quite a struggle in terms of any on reverse effects. He does play the ponytail Haruhi in the first set though, so on reverse gets to go to memory and dodge any reversing combos in that way.
I feel like you have a bias towards that card, Chris.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alrighty.
I just don't remember the name of that Haruhi card, so I'm merely stating what I see, and it is a ponytail Haruhi.
You're not just stating the most important part of the card.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I went to the effects right after, sir.
Oh, yeah, sure. Of course. Ooh, 2 soul.
Oh, 2 soul.
I was gonna
Does
say
2 soul
Chen,
winneth the game?
Face.
Oh,
His face is not always the place.
no. It's always the place.
That's true. He got rid of the climax now, so he doesn't have to.
Yeah,
do it
right. So he
later.
can't stand by. Duh.
Can't
Yeah.
stand
See, he
is
drew into
too
the
big.
gate. Right, drew into the
Of
gate.
course. Oh,
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, good player. Good player. Still gets it.
yeah.
Maybe not as many as he'd like in his hand, but he does get it.
Alrighty. So, what's he gonna do?
The commentary synergy. Yo, we try, dude. We try.
Yeah, absolutely. Aaron was saying,
So again, the level 0 is very easy to reverse. Just depends how much Kimono wants to spend resources to do so. Brainstorm.
Yep. Unfortunate whiff. Now, Aaron was
That's
saying
okay,
that you can say all of the actual card effects, and I'll just be the hype man.
Yo, man, there's always color commentator and whatchamacallit, analyst. So.
Yeah, there we go. I'll be the color. Despite me not able to see them. I'll
But
still
which
be the
one?
color.
Which color are you, dude? There's
Dude,
4.
I don't know. Colors are hard.
Colors are hard.
Yeah.
So as you can see, he doesn't decide to spend too much resources even for the open slot.
Tim frugal as ever.
Good cancels. Good cancels.
Wow. Haruhi. God.
Wow. That being said, I'm sure he would have liked to see some of those climaxes in his hand. Wants to be able to play his time machine combo.
Yep. Or go face.
He basically can. Bossu isn't exactly a strong card. Neither is the level 0 in the middle. So they do get the global 500 in the back from the Kaban, and I think some power from the Alpaca as well.
Is it just me, or has that level 0 been there since Jan's first turn?
Correct. You know how do you have the series without Kion, right?
Right.
You gotta have the straight man for the entire series.
You gotta keep the plot going somehow, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Does he have the climax combos? Really? Oh, he does. He does.
Easy.
Okay. So he feels like he's gone through enough CXs. This is the turn to push.
Yeah.
This is the turn to push, and I agree with this wholeheartedly.
Okay.
Oh.
Get that early one out of the way. Smart.
Oh,
smart.
okay. Yeah. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, get that one out of the way as well. Oof.
Oh my god, dude. Of course it's not the last one. It's okay. This one should stick. That being said, though, at level 2, Kimono starts sticking off, right?
It's true.
This is where Haruhi will start to struggle.
Let's see. Tim has 1 in there. What's interesting is if Tim cancels this attack, he's going to not be able to play his early plays. Unless he refreshes again. Okay, or he'll just die. You know.
Faces the place.
It's true.
It's not too bad. As we've seen, the Kimono player has means to get the curry events,
Yep.
get the
Delicious
heals
curry.
off. Yeah. Who doesn't like curry, man? So Time Machine hits off, so he will get the cards back. He'll get a full board back, basically. But as he did cancel a fair amount, too, last turn, this might be another term of like, hopefully Haruhi canceling at least one, ideally 2 attacks. Ooh. Not the best. Not the worst. That being said, he does have the alpacas, so he at the bare minimum he gets a few cards back.
It's true.
Puts him in like open slots or whatever have you. Yeah. So of course he opts to go for the Curry event.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Still
He doesn't have the stock though. But he has 2 alpacas in the back though, so he'll be able to play it.
Stimulating that economy.
Gotta spend money to make money.
Yep.
Yeah, here we go. Double heal.
Double heal. Why do them one at a time when you can just do both? Like a big baller.
Mm-hmm. And most importantly, it's heal to hand, right? So.
Yeah. Objectively, better than healing. Alright, it is Tim's turn to go face. What's he gonna do here?
Oh, he gets another standby. Oh my god, yeah, so that's one. He needs a little bit more.
I have a question.
Okay.
Had he replaced his center attacking card with the standby trigger, would the attack have still went through?
Say that one more time? Oh, no, it would not have.
Right, okay.
It would not have, no. You ideally with the standby, you want to replace a card that has already finished the entirety of its attack.
Right.
As soul calculation and damage is calculated after the trigger, right? So if you replace the card, then there's no card attacking.
Right.
I mean, Haruhi's in a good place right now, honestly speaking. I mean, he can't deal with the Kaban, but like, he still has the means to reverse the 0/0 Kaban. Oh, sorry, Servo, and keep that Haruhi card, like just continuously. If he draws another CX, he can Time Machine again. I'm not sure if he did. I don't think he did. But this is where he wants to pull away. He doesn't know that he drew a lot of CXs.
That's true.
Right, so, I mean, like, if he had a CX, I would drop it, but I don't think he does. The real question is, does he have a means of thinning out his deck right now? Because I don't know how far he is from refresh, but, like, he needs to hit there pretty soon.
Let me see. Let me try and get a peek on deck size and everything. Really thin. So he's either going to refresh after this attack, or after one attack.
Okay, so that's ideal, honestly speaking. Like, he's fine with that.
Yep.
Ooh, play over. Okay, so he's opting to keep the cards. He knows that card will go away. Really debatable, because at the same time, he is going to eat more damage, right? So there's the give and take of course, you know, it's an open slot. There's no reverse combos. If he knew that Kimono doesn't do any reverse combos, maybe he would have played it differently. I'm not sure. But at least it triggered.
Now,
so that's really good on the.
I'm interested to see what the Kimono player does here.
If he can help it, he could probably find the mooses and heal more. That would be a little bit devastating for the Haruhi player, but I mean, with the level and ooh my god!
I would try to hide my reaction, but the Kimono player had enough of one to do it for me.
To illustrate what just occurred.
Yes, not the happiest boy.
You don't want to see that. He did that twice in a row too. Yeah. Like that's just a little bit rough.
And down.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing you can do. So he's gonna go face. He's trying to equalize here. Very much can be the case, but Haruhi under everything has compressed very well. There is at least there's 12 9 cards, three. Yeah, there are 9 cards in his stock. Like he as
all clean.
All clean too. As old school Haruhi set 9 cards is like magnificent. Right now it just really depends what is in your hand in order to facilitate the end game. Oh, and he cancels! Oh, yeah. What a god!
This is Jan we're talking about. He don't take shit from nobody.
We are family friendly stream here.
Oh, okay. He don't take. Yeah. Keep it.
Oh my god!
Keep it esports. Right?
Oh yeah, esports. We esports here. we kart sports. It's esports.
Cardboard sports.
Yeah, I see, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so the Haruhis came back based on reversing. So I mean, he just gets free swings at this point. Again, like faces the place, right? So at level 1, he's still level 1.
Yeah,
what are you gonna
level
do?
3, close game. Level
Yeah.
2, so close game. Level 1, and you die. I don't know what to say. Like that's.
It feels bad as
Aside
the
from
other player.
yikes. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what he does though.
And isn't it,
Ideally, if he gets so there's a promo that's a 1/1 back row. If he gets the pay 1 to like burn 1, I feel like is a very good card to have right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
just to get back.
It doesn't do anything.
Oh no! It's an act.
Oh.
So it's not an auto. So Kaban does not stop that.
Ooh, Pog.
Yeah. Yeah. See, he got it. He got it.
That anti matchup.
Yeah. That being said, so it is an act burn 1, not an auto burn 1. So Kaban does not stop that.
Yeah, that's spice. Cause Jan was behind and needed to get a little more ahead. So.
I mean, it is a way for him to get to maintain his lead right now. Very smart.
Oh,
he also opted to get the 1/0 Mikuru from the extra booster that on play gives another character 15, which just allows him to reverse easier and keep another card because it goes to memory.
Right.
Yeah, he pays 1 for the exactly like I said. So he's probably gonna pay to burn.
Burn 1.
I would pay to burn. Pay 2 to burn. I think it is. Pay 2 rest burn 1. Yep.
Hey,
No. Tell him. It's not an auto. Actually, make sure.
It's an act. Yeah. Yeah. Tim agrees.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
All right. So at this point it's just face. Like he's not aiming to contest power or anything. Oh.
I worked so hard to get rid
still
of that
got some
glare.
cancels. That's not bad.
All right. Okay. Front for 2. Putting Kimono player at 3-5 if this sticks.
Is it 3-5?
Yep.
He only did 2 damage, so 3-4.
It's waiting.
Oh, sorry. No. That's right.
Yeah.
You're right.
But Kimono has. I don't know what's. Last I saw, his hand was looking a little thin. Oh, it sticks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he has the means, especially if he has mooses. Both his otters go. Yes, that's right. So it's okay.
What's really interesting is.
Okay, so the Mikuru in the back is also a pseudo time machine, as you saw. Oh, he does draw the moose, so he can heal.
But he also draws the climax, which is.
Oh, does it not heal? I could have swore it healed, but Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay.
What's interesting though is the Haruhi player can activate that burn 1 again, and then he just has to stick 1. So it's a real but level 2, close.
That's okay though. He's still level head. Kimono has no explosive power, or at least this Kimono player has no explosive power.
Honestly, I'm just hoping the Kimono can get close game. That's all I'm hoping for. Oh well.
Oh, there's the climax.
Yep.
Oh
Tim,
God, there we go.
Tim, I believe. I believe in you. Believe in the heart of the cards. Your grandfather's deck has no pathetic cards.
Yeah. So he keeps the board that way again. Yeah, very smart from the player. Oh, he only uses a little 1. Amazing. Just go at it. Go at it, Jan. You got this.
We're about to see or double cancel.
Oh. Rest counter.
Pog.
Oh.
That's 1.
Oh!
That's 1.
He can live another turn. Turn. That's if this swing doesn't stick.
Oh, it was.
Oh. Oh.
1 away. Yeah, he clocked and drawed 2 climaxes twice throughout this game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Haruhi takes it. It becomes 3-1. What a god.
What?
Oh my god.
Typical Jan though. I don't know what how we could have doubted him.
So as you can see, this is a clear example, as an old set, especially Haruhi, of the classic, like, if I let you do more damage to me, my chances of canceling are higher.
Correct.
Right? In this case, it worked out. Sometimes I just took everything.
Yep. This also shows the power of Haruhi and why you should show up to the Timvitational to play in the sealed Haruhi tournament.
Yeah. No, very smart plays from the Haruhi player
Yeah.
though. Like just emptying his board, making sure he could reverse things. That being said though, it was a little bit of a rough matchup for the kimono player, strictly because he only ran like kind of utility cards throughout.
I wouldn't even really say rough matchup, but clocking and drawing 2 climaxes twice in a game.
Right. That was also
pain.
pain. If he canceled a little bit more and stabilized a little bit more, the Haruhi player would have found
that
it
teaches
really
you
hard.
that even when you compress, you're just increasing the chance of drawing your climaxes. So really, why bother compressing?
What is compressing?
Right? Yeah, Jan gets it. When in doubt. As expected of somebody with a Magic Fest play, Matt.
Good player.
Good player. Good player.
Good player.
Plays modern.
So Jan, his sleeves are awesome. Yeah.
Jan,
You do
are
that.
Awesome.
So yeah, that is game 4. We can wait a little bit longer to see what the outcome is.
Yeah. We'll see.
I don't know who took first place. Is the first place match going on?
Let me turn around. I think it's still going on.
Okay.
So so the 3-0 player took a damage, is swung for 2.
What are the decks?
It's Million Live versus versus Persona 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can't see really anything from where I'm sitting, so Million Live plays a card that costs 2 stock, heals 1. Okay, good. Is this the commentary the chat deserves? I think so. Okay. Sends something to hand. Salvages, I guess. Maybe? Who's to say? Alright. Searching through waiting room, and Tim is in the way. I can't tell what's going on. Let's see. Alright, Tim. Alright, okay. Alright, guys. Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah,
that was
thanks for joining
the final round for today. If you want to join up on our Facebook page, you can see the results of the top players or who played what that day.
Or if you want me to continue commentating from 3 tables away with absolutely no info, just let me know.
I mean, it's up to you. I'll be signing off, so thank you for listening and watching, guys. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for
on the week-to-week basis.
Oh, keep going. Oh, God.
Keep going. All right, sounds good.
All right.
So our next time will probably be Wednesday, and I mean, we're usually here every Friday as well. So again, big thanks. Huge shout-outs to David for setting up the cam to be an overhead view now, as well as a stream setup. So appreciate that, David. I'll leave you guys with the capable hands of my co-host Hayden to let you know how it is going. All right, take it easy, Hayden.
See you.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks for coming out, Chris. All right, so
my pleasure.
So I've missed a lot. I think the Million Live player is still debating attacks. Okay, swings with the leftmost slot for I think three sticks. I don't know if that's close to death or not. I would assume. All right, swings for 3 more. Cancels. Okay. Those 2 die. Ben apparently is still level 2. That's not. I don't know what level Adrian's at. Oh, okay. Well, sorry, I can't continue commentating because David needs to. No, I'm commentating that game with no information. Chad wanted me to keep going. Do you really want to let Chad down? Oh well. Oh, it was great. I got to be the color commentator. Easy.
Did you even say one color, like red?
I think I said the yellow card in center stage. That lasted, so you were the one who ended up killing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Team kill.
I can stop. Are you sure? Is it time to stop? Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. I'm going to head out. Thanks for tuning in, guys.